I just hit record and instantly a drill starts outside. This is my old place. This is history repeating itself. Calm blue ocean, calm blue ocean, calm blue ocean. Anyway, we roll. Hello, wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I'm a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. I'm losing my mind today. Apologies. So if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special rules in my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series where we learn how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. I promise I will slow down my speaking from this point onwards. Okay, so I recently did an Ernie Zachary reaction, and I had people in my comments saying go and listen to Aina Abdul. I have not listened to Aina Abdul since like 4 years ago. I need to look up the songs that I've listened to. Hold on. So I have listened to Semalam and Sumpa, and I haven't gone back and rewatched these because I've kind of forgotten what Aina Abdul's voice was like. So we're gonna go in fresh. This is like listening to her for the first time for the third time. And for this reaction, we're gonna go and listen to her doing Puas Sudah. I probably did not say that right. Puas Sudah. So we're just gonna go and have a listen and see what we think. I'm very excited. Is she an angel? Are these wings?
Apakah engkau rasa apa yang ku rasa? Sakit ini menjengkam, tiada penghujungnya.
Okay, right. We are getting a lot of lovely onsets here. An onset is the way that you would start a phrase. And with this, you're getting a little bit of fry, that bubbly sound. It's pitchless, but it gives a lovely texture to the beginnings of phrases. A little bit of kind of the smooth onset. There's a real graveliness to her voice. It is very, very nice. Also, I'm not sure if we have giant wings or very, very big shoulder pads, but I'm waiting for the screen to pan out to find out.
Namun apa dayaku sebagai seorang hamba, hilangnya kasih sayang darimu.
Yeah, just this effortless transition from these really croaky places into that push. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it feels very like crescendo-esque. Well, it is a crescendo, but it's just very smooth, the way that she's managing to get from that really textured place into that forward place with that swoop. Oh, very good. And she's dressed like a giant heart. Why, of course she is. Why wouldn't she be? It's got lots of, what are the words? What are these things? Fringe. She's got lots of fringe and it's looking good.
Puas sudah ku mencoba untuk merelakan semua, habis terbelah di dada ku tersenyum jua. Pintaku hanya untuk kau, setia kepada permata-permata yang kau jaga.
I cannot tell you how much she is putting into this. It might not feel like it on the face of it, but she's going from like a full chest voice into a head voice, into a textured place, into a clean place. She's adding vibrato, she's taking it off. She is really moving through every facet of her voice, just in this quite simple sounding chorus, but it's not simple at all. I also like the fact that she kind of builds up to this point and then lets it break down. It's very emotional in its delivery. It feels like there's almost like a yearning that she's not quite getting, and she's managing to translate that feeling through her vocal. It is very impressive. Does she come out of the heart? Oh.
Apakah kau percaya pada ikrar cinta, janji setia saksi mata engkau lafazkan.
Again, just this restraint that she has in order to make these like phrases sound more vulnerable. But you can tell there's a real strength behind her voice. It's almost like when somebody opens and closes a glass door, and you can kind of hear them shouting, and then it's kind of muffled, and then it's not, and it has that energy of like letting it in and then tailing off. There's just a real maturity to her voice. I could not place her age. I don't know how old she is, so maybe she's been doing this for a very long time. I don't know, but it has the feeling of like kind of a diva. Also, terrible timing for me to ask, is she going to come out of that heart? Because she did, as I said, the sentence. But we've got lovely shoulder pads on the dress too. So she just likes a large shoulder, I feel. And also, if you look at her skirt, like about halfway down the thigh, it looks like a tiger's nose, and then there's two eyes. Looks like there's a tiger hidden in her dress. Not like inside it in the pattern. See if you can see it. Let me know if you can see it or if I'm just crazy.
Namun apa dayaku sebagai seorang hamba pada cinta yang kabur masa depannya. Puas sudah ku mencoba untuk merelakan semua, habis terbelah di dada ku tersenyum jua.
I really like the way that this chorus is structured, because like I'd said before, it gets to this point where it feels like there's an emotional intensity that breaks down. She kind of puts that in here. The da, 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 da. It never quite goes da, 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 da. It doesn't follow through. It breaks slightly, and I really like that, especially then because she goes in and does something even more powerful towards the end of it. So it's like showing, I can do that, but I'm not doing that, and that is on purpose. It's a choice, and I really like that. Also, not a tiger, maybe a lion. It's got like a white muzzle. Anyway.
Aku hanya untuk kau, setia kepadamu, bermata bermata yang kau jaga. Semua derita sudah tercipta, yang tinggal hanya sebuah kenangan. Puas sudah kepastian sahaja.
This high note didn't sound particularly pushed. It sounded very free, very relaxed, almost quiet, even though it's not. It's just the sign that it's a very well balanced sound. It sounds healthy. It doesn't sound like she's going to struggle to do that a lot. I feel like she could do that all day long. Very, very skilled vocalist.
Namun hati ini perlu teguh untuk cahaya mataku.
Then we get this lovely aspirate vibrato. So the vibrato is from tilting your thyroid cartilage. It oscillates the vocal folds and then creates that wobble in the pitch. But with that airy sound as well, so aspirate's just letting more air through the folds than you usually would, gives that gorgeous, gorgeous rolling mist. Like a... It just had this lovely little carry to it. Oh, she's very, very good.
Puas sudah ku mencoba untuk merelakan semua, habis terbelah di dada ku tersenyum jua.
That little build up here into that more intense place. You can see her anchors coming on as she went. Just getting that framework in so that you don't have to work as hard for these bigger sounds. You let your body and those muscle groups take a little bit of the strain so that the voice doesn't have to work as hard, or the larynx even. I love her. This has got like Bond theme written all over it. I need to go back and listen to the other ones because I don't know if any of my comments are like overlapping. 4 years is a long time in this day and age, and I can't remember what I had for breakfast. So I don't know if her voice has changed or what, but what I'm hearing now is amazing. She does, however, come across as a tiny, tiny person because that microphone looks enormous in her hand. Like it's about the size of the bottom of her face. That's all I'm saying. Is she a tiny, tiny human being? I'm gonna have to Google how tall this lady is, or you could just tell me because I'm sure I'll forget to look that up too. Anyway, we roll. That little roll on that note there, that wee turn of cry. Oh, just adds a little bit of emotional intensity. Very, very, very impressive. I like that when it gets into these more extreme places, you can kind of feel the space getting smaller. So she's really kind of pulling all her resources in order to make that sound as clean and as clear as possible. That pharynx is like teeny. I love it. Oh, yes. That was great. Aina Abdul. She is like a tiny powerhouse. I don't know, she could be 9 foot tall for all I know. But in any case, she is just a fantastic vocalist. That was a great performance. So if you like that reaction, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I don't know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And if you liked my video, then please like and subscribe. And I will take you on a date like coffee and skydive. Maybe we'll do the coffee after the skydive. I feel like that's probably more sensible. Anyway, bye. Love you. Take care of yourselves. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.